welcome in. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're doing the collective reading for the day. The collective energy, yeah. Well, same difference, right? So welcome in. We're going to be doing a little tarot and astrology and some wellness tie-ins of how you can take these messages and create practical tools in your life, because you know, that's really what it's about, right? Is being able to support ourselves, especially in the more challenging times, because then we will make choices, decisions that do honor and support us back. So with that in mind, let's start out with an energy cleansing, just releasing what doesn't belong to us. I bless you. Pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking us from our highest good. Prepare the highest and best messages. Help me to be a clear and open channel. Thank you for this time together. Thank you for being with me. I love doing these readings. So it's always fun. It puts me in a good space. And like I said, I feel like that's really what supporting yourself, or, you know, healing or evolving, getting the life that you want, it is really centered around having those tools, having those practical things that can help us navigate, that can help pull us out of those darker, more low vibey energies, the people, places, and things, the low opinions we even have of our own self. And we've been seeing this energy a lot over the past week and a half or so. Mercury's in retrograde. I say that every time, but it's true. It's a legit point. We need to be mindful and aware of it. I'm recording this on Friday. It is the day of Venus. Happy Friday. Lots of love to you. These messages are timeless, just as a heads up. So if it resonates, it's definitely meant for you. If not, don't even worry about it. And why I bring up Venus, not only are we celebrating her energy today, but this is also that value of places that she's kind of shown up. She's in Scorpio right now, and I feel like there is this internal war for us going on. It's fighting between, there's some resistance and what we don't want to let go of, maybe what we don't want to acknowledge, what we don't want to see about ourselves. We want to be comfortable. We don't want to be doing too much change, because it's been this ongoing transformation, especially this year with all the retrograde planets, etc. That stirs up so much of the past, the stuff that we aren't focusing on. Mercury helps us find ways to communicate. It's in Capricorn, so it's really going to force us to be strong, to be brave, to be courageous in order to overcome. And where Venus energy works for us is if we're willing to just like do a little bit of work and acknowledge our desires, own our desires. It doesn't have to be this big pressure thing of like make it happen yesterday. It's not about that. It's just about like acknowledging our heart, acknowledging what we want, taking time to dream, think, fantasize about those things, about what we're growing and building. And that's going to help us see what's in our environment, what's in our like present reality, and make adjustments and changes accordingly. It's not the time to go balls to the wall. Excuse my language, but it's true, right? It's actually more time, it's more of a time with Jupiter and Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. It's more about working with what you got, simply put. And obviously, depending on how your natal chart aspects to the planets will kind of dictate where this is coming up for you. Okay, very interesting. So opposition comes up. This is tension. It's opposing forces. It's when planets are completely opposite of one another. And here's the thing, it can be an energy that helps us if we know how to work with the tension. The key is knowing, right? So, and that comes through with our ability to be aware. I love the day of Venus. I mean, you know, I'm a sucker for love. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a beautiful, feminine, loving, nurturing energy. And it is about beautification. It is about, you know, just feeling really good about ourselves, taking care of ourselves, you know, maybe spending a little extra time getting ready or feeling, you know, embracing the day, so to speak. However that looks for you. It doesn't have to be specifically physical. Maybe it's taking time to read something inspirational, or, you know, having a cup of coffee and sitting in nature or something. I mean, it might be a little cold where you're at. I know it is where I'm at. But I have these nice windows in the back of my house, so I can always look. Can stand there for hours. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's get into it. I love this Sagittarian energy. We just had a new moon in Sagittarius last week-ish, a week and a half ago or so, and we're moving towards the full moon. So this is all about growth and expansion. It is about overcoming and rising above. Right now in Sagittarius, we have Mars, and the sun is just about to leave. So we're moving into Capricorn season. Oh, I don't even say happy birthday, Sagittarius, to all who celebrated. I apologize. So Mars wants to make things happen. Mars wants to push the energy. We have some favorable components to do that today. So definitely tune in. Yeah, okay, Taurus energy. So using your senses. Taurus is really good about sensing their environment. Confirmation. Sorry, that's my laundry if you can hear that in the background. Taurus is really good about sensing their environment and knowing how to work with it in order to like be abundant, be wealthy. All the Tauruses I know are very stable in terms of their material world. And then inviting in the love component is what really just gives us this extra layer of care, right? This extra layer of feeling safe and stable. When our material environment, our home, our, you know, finances, what's going on in the daily activities, when that's not stable, it's really hard to feel grounded in life. And not only is it hard to feel grounded in life, but it's hard to then, you know, make clear decisions or make choices that are in alignment with the goals that you have in mind. Or we're always like worrying, anxiety, etc. And what this Taurus energy does for us today is it helps us ground a little bit more. There's that moon energy. The moon has been coming out a lot, guys. So there are a lot of emotions. I actually, much to my dismay, was feeling this very heavily last night. It's hard when they come up, right? It's hard when we get triggered. It's hard when, you know, we have to sit with it, right? It's not fun feeling the uncomfortable emotions. But when we do, it's the opportunity to acknowledge, to find awareness, and then to do like a little bit of healing. Even just that helps us heal. You know, it's not like you have to do this big ceremony. You can if you want, you know, doing a herbal bath. Okay, Chiron, inner healer. I love this. So all this confirmation across the board. Yeah, you can do like an herbal bath. You can even just like taking a shower, cleansing. It really does help purify. And like I said, I mean, I do love the ritual. I love the sacrament. I love what nature provides to maximize those intentions, but we don't have to make it a big to-do. And actually when we kind of give ourselves a little bit more flexibility and plug in those healing tactics, no matter how minimal they are, it's going to amplify. It just gets the ball rolling. It's that proverbial domino effect. And this message has been coming through a lot lately, where we really have to be taking care of our heart, our mind, our soul. And when we do that, again, it's just getting you to that next step. So Chiron is in conjunct, which means right next to each other with the North Node, and both of those are about healing to move towards our destiny, our life path, the things that really do resonate with us. And Chiron is also trying to Mars, so saying that, like, when we do the work, if we do push forward, when we do overcome in the right spaces, we will be rewarded, you know. And it's not like a, you know, goods for service type thing. Like, I don't really believe in that, I should say. I think it's that energy of like attracts like. Bosons of a feather flock together, quantum physics. It's been proven. It's not just, it is the law of attraction, but physics has proven that. So we have to just be aware, again, of where we're putting our time, our energy, period. And we have enough obligations during this time of year where it's like, we don't want to make it worse for ourselves. You know, it's interesting, and I was hearing this from another reader as well. This energy of naysayers has been popping up, people, places, and things that are just catty, low vibey, trying to bring you back down. 8 of Wands energy confirms that it's messages coming in, it's communication, it's when things are kind of speeding up, you know. Retrograde periods, the energy is a little bit slower, but we also know with the holidays, there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on. So, and people are tired. It's the end of the year. There's so many layers to it. So it's easy to get into an interaction where someone says something off the cuff, or where they're kind of like not acting right. And so, you know, don't feed into it. And the way that we do that is shifting our focus, shifting our perspective, exiting the situation if needs be. Sometimes it's just better not to say anything and move along. Actually, like probably most of the time. Life. That's true though. Okay, 10 of Cups. I love this. So this message is pretty congruent. I've also been hearing this through other readings on YouTube, which is dope. I love when there is that collective confirmation. It is a lot about investing into our happiness, into our pleasure, what makes us feel satisfied and fulfilled. You know, and this is obviously everything in balance, everything in moderation. Someone or something is trying to block this energy for you. Again, that goes back to what I was just talking about, that component of the naysayers, people who don't like you evolving, getting better, or maybe they're just jealous. Maybe they have a bone to pick. Maybe they're not being proactive in their own life, etc. You know, friendship circle right now, it's more about, yes, keeping your ride or dies close, those that support you, those that have your back, but also expanding a little bit. It's a great time to do that this time of year because like everyone's out and about, you know. It's nice seeing people. Yeah, I love this. Okay, so 9 of Cups energy is that wish fulfillment. So like I said, it's a great time of year to get out there. You know, just have fun, play, do things that make you feel happy. Because there is this 5 of Swords energy where you're feeling, whether it is coming from a person or a situation outside of you, you're still feeling blocked. You're still feeling resistance. It's directly in the center, right? So you have wish fulfillment on one side, you have emotional fulfillment on the other side, and the 5 of Swords is like, I was gonna say a Great Wall, the Great Wall, the Wall of China. That's what kept coming to me. It's really hard to scale and overcome, if not impossible, right? So I do feel like that 5 of Swords energy is coming from your environment. 5 of Swords is Aquarian energy, and sometimes we have people, friends in our environment that really don't want the best for us, that it's a hard pill for them to swallow. So just again, like, I do believe that we all have our own power. People can, you know, say mean things, try to take us down, do black magic, word witchery, whatever, right? People will do whatever they're gonna do, you know? But at the end of the day, we have the power over our own energy, over our own being, and that is stronger than anything that anyone can throw at us. And I feel like that's why this message is so pertinent right now, to not let those, and even if it's just the energy, the outside forces bring you down, because they do feel heavy right now. And you know, especially this time of year, the veil is thin. If you believe in the spiritual world, you know, there's monitoring spirits. There's just like a lot that's going on, you know, that we don't even see, that we're not even aware of. And so we want to just make sure that we're taking care of ourselves first. And today, Venus energy, it's a great day to do that. All that to say. All right, let's move forward. Okay, so it's a good energy today. We just got to be conscious of that Five of Swords. Let's see how this is playing out for you. Okay, yeah, well, of course. So it's stressing you out, obviously. Duh. Of course it is, because everything is more meant, it's on the subtler levels. What you're picking up, what you're feeling, it's on those subtler levels. So it is kind of messing with your mind a little bit. There's fear, there's anxiety. The dream space is definitely being affected right now, so be really conscious of that. It's making you feel kind of down and out. I definitely have been getting this vibe where it's just like heavy, right? There's this energy of depression. It's just like this blanket, you know, it's not, well, and I hope and pray that for you, it's not anything that's bringing you down. I feel like this is something we can overcome. I'm not just saying that, because it feels, again, it's topical. It's not coming from within. It's actually coming from without. And I feel like, again, that's where that stress is coming into play. I love Libra energy for you because it is about justice. It's being diplomatic, being rational. Really, when you find yourself getting overwhelmed, or why are you going to this place, it's taking that step back and switching the tune, which is easier said than done a lot of times. But again, the more we do it, the more we have that domino effect where we see it more readily and we can correct it. Yeah. So here's the thing. I think some of it is, it's, to me, with this world energy, this is what you don't see. You know, part of it is about not feeding into whatever's being thrown your way. But I also feel like it's this final purging for the abundance that's coming in, right? We have to release, we have to let things go. Mercury retrograde, the things that don't serve us, right? I'm not saying cut out every person you know, that's not good either. We want to use discretion. I'm talking about the things that are consistently weighing us down and holding us back. It's creating this energy of resistance and block. That's why that Five of Swords is also there. Again, here's this confirmation of the Queen of Swords energy. You know, this to me feels like someone who is watching. Again, we have, this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's Aquarian energy in this deck. And so I feel like, you know, it's someone who is closely watching you, and I feel like there's tension, there's anger, there's resistance, wanting the control, wanting to dictate how you move, how you think, how you feel, almost feeling like, and maybe at one time you were their puppet. Maybe you did kind of fall into these patterns of codependency with this person, and you did whatever they said, and you believed them, and you took them at their word. Yeah, too bad, so sad for them. Because I don't like the vibe. It is this controlling, you bow down to me. And that's why it's so important today to not get sucked in that Page of Swords, Page of Wands, sorry guys. Page of Wands really keeps us going and moving and not sitting in one place too long, not focusing on something too much, obsessing, overanalyzing. That's that Nine of Swords energy. Sometimes we just don't know, right? We don't know someone's motivation. We don't know why they're being shitty. We don't know, So instead of making it hard on ourselves and trying to overanalyze, worry, stress, etc., it's this vibe of, well, sorry, let's get the Princess of Wands. It's this vibe of pushing beyond and finding new, better, more exciting things to focus on, because right now there is limitation in your environment. And as I said, I don't necessarily feel like this is coming from within you. I feel like this is outside of you, but I feel like it messes with you enough to put you down or make you, kind of go into this hermit mode, or maybe you're working too much. I don't know, I mean, unfortunately, the way the holiday falls this year, there's not a lot of time off. I don't know. I hear a lot of people are working, which we have to do. We have to support, we have to sustain ourselves. But I feel like there is this energy for you, especially today. It's a Friday. Let your hair down, get wild. Wild and free, baby. Wild and free. Have a little fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy the people around you. Enjoy community, connection, that goodness. It's a great day with this Venus energy. Dress up, go out to dinner, go dancing, go to a coffee shop, a bookstore. Not everything has to be a night out, but okay. Sacred journey. And that's like, okay, so the journey is about finding out who we are. It's about loving ourselves. I really believe that that's what evolution is about. It's about being able to connect with who we are, see who we are through the eyes of clarity. I don't know if that's a weird way to say it, but because when we do, it allows us to just be. It allows us to be present. It allows us to be at peace, because there's no expectation of being this certain thing or doing this certain thing. And that really is the unfoldment of who we are. But there's so much chaos around us. I love that comes out, time out. So taking time for yourself. There's so much chaos around us. There's so many distractions, so many things to do that disconnect us from knowing who we are. And then we put all these shoulds on ourselves, and it really is amplifying the stress and the pressure. So double confirmation, it is time to be still. It's the calm before the storm, right? So if you don't have any plans tonight, I say, do you, really just invest in yourself, take time, take energy to figure out what you want. It can be a last minute thing. It doesn't have to be this huge to do, right? It doesn't mean you have to go out. I think community is a nice vibe right now. But when I talk about community, it's about people that you really want to be spending time with, not having people there just to have people there, so to speak. It allows us to kind of move through the process a little bit easier, a little bit more fluidly. We're feeling that resistance. We're feeling that tension in the areas that are harder to look at. So be gentle with yourself today, really just beautify who you are, both inside and out, right? And yeah, I appreciate your time and energy always. Thank you so much for your love and support as I build and grow. It really blesses my heart. I'm sending all the love, the Venus love, that good feminine vibe your way. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.